Now, live from Rogers, Arkansas, watching the Ozark skies from Walton and Walnut to Vanderbilt and the Fort. Here's the whiz of Oz weather, Garrett Lewis.
It is Friday, and my sister came up with the name The Wiz. Nicole, that's for you. We'll see. Thanks to my voiceover guy, Chuck. He does movie voiceovers and did this one for me, so that's kind of cool. All right, so we have a new severe thunderstorm warning as I started this thing. Isn't that crazy? So severe thunderstorm warning, northeast Oklahoma. Let me get right to it. I'm going to show you guys what's happening now and then what happens next. It's kind of wild, huh? Hit play on this thing, and all of a sudden we got a severe warning. So this is moving towards Siloam Springs and central Benton County. So far today, it's been kind of cloudy. Kind of looked like it was going to rain here and there. Right now, not much is going on. There's been a couple of showers. Maybe you saw some sprinkles on the old car. That's a live look out towards the, what are we on, the 612 bypass? Looking southbound there. It's some cloudy skies. Not a lot of rain, at least at the moment, that's moving in. You can see the cluster storms that's out there, though. That's tracking northeast. It's going to get into Benton County. Temperatures right now are in the 70s. So let me bring you over to radar. It's black now. There it is. So we're looking at this storm right in there. This little guy here is the one that just got the severe thunderstorm warning on it. It's tracking towards the north and towards the northeast. There it goes, just populated on here. So expect this to move into Benton County, especially the western side of the county. So that's going to include areas north of Siloam Springs, getting into Gravette, probably Decatur as well. We'll keep an eye on this thing, but really the main risk with this stuff as we head into the overnight is going to be hail. There is at least a limited tornado risk with this, both with this storm that's out here now, and then there's 3 other times I was looking at. So we have right now between 8 and 9 to expect storms, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then 5 in the morning. Those were really the 3 areas that I was watching a little bit earlier. But you can see this thing as it tracks northeast. You got to watch the southwest side of this. This is where those things start to spin a little bit and get a little bit spinny. Right now, yeah, there's some spin in it. Cool. Said no one. Right in there, out towards Moody and Scraper. So we'll see if this holds together. The atmosphere overall really isn't primed for tornadoes tonight, but a lot of times, I mean, it's April, guys. The peak of tornado season in western Arkansas is actually about April 20th. So we're about 2 days away from full peak of severe weather season. So this is the time of year you got to watch all kinds of things that pop up on radar. So we got this guy here, and then we got another one back to the west. I think we get this first round that has more of a damaging wind and at least a minimal tornado threat. And then as we head overnight, I think we kind of lose the tornado threat, transition to more of a hail risk in the overnight hours. Let's get a feel for where this thing is headed. So this is radar right now. Zoom in on it, and of course it's that southwest side, that little hook area there that we always keep an eye on for any types of rotation or anything like that. And sure enough, we got a little bit in there. It's not very organized, but there is something there that's spinning, and that's going to move northeast. So where does this thing go with time? Well, if we look at it and we track it northeastward, you'd expect to see this thing make its way into at least the western part of Benton County as it moves to the northeast. Let's call it 45 miles an hour there, and call it, looking at it towards Twin Oaks, Flint Creek. You guys can't see this. There you go. Maybe West Siloam Springs, about 35 minutes or so. And then Gentry, about 45 minutes. Decatur, 51. Vaughn, about an hour from now. Centerton, about an hour. So we're looking about 9:30 or so for Bentonville, Centerton. Cave Springs, Bentonville, about an hour or so. So you got about an hour away before this thing starts to make its way in. I think the western half of the county and Benton County really has a better chance of seeing some of these storms than the eastern half. Let me talk risk area real quick, show you guys what this thing looks like. So this is the severe risk area tonight. Pretty much lines up with what we're seeing now. The overall severe weather risk, it's not incredibly high with this stuff, especially when you consider what we've seen so far this year out around Jonesboro, Memphis, East Arkansas. Man, they've been hammered with storms. Not so much with this one. This one does focus a lot on northwest Arkansas, even more so than the Fort Smith area. But keep in mind, there are some storms that are south and west of Fort Smith. Let me get this guy off of here real quick. If you look back to the southwest around Muskogee and then getting into just McAllister in that area, some of those could lean to the northeast. But for the late evening hours and overnight, I really feel like it's more of a Benton County type thing more than anything else for the next 2 hours. So between now and 10 o'clock, expect some of these storms to move through western Benton County, Decatur, you guys, Bella Vista, Bentonville, probably Siloam Springs for sure. Cave Springs, Rogers, a little more iffy up in that area. And then as we move into the overnight hours, we're going to see this stuff keep tracking east. So this is model data for the overnight. I want to step through time here. So as you can see here, this thing moves through in the evening. So there's round one right there, and then pause, right? So then we head towards midnight, 1 in the morning right here. And then we got more that moves in right there about 2 in the morning. So another round of storms 2, and then the whole front gets a nice shove. This is around 5, and then it transitions to more of a rain event during the day. The kicker here for tomorrow is wherever this front stalls out, is going to be where the severe weather develops tomorrow afternoon. It probably moves forward and then retrogrades a little bit back to the northwest before more storms develop. But it's going to be a pretty active weekend. I'm not sure I'd call it a full-blown severe weather outbreak or anything like that. What we're really looking at here is a real slow-moving front that's going to move into a fairly unstable air mass. When you get storms overnight, these storms overnight are fed by something called a low-level jet. That's like 5,000 feet above our heads, about 850 millibars if you're a weather geek. And that's going to feed these storms. Elevated storms, I like elevated storms because the tornado risk is lower and the damaging wind risk is lower. The problem is insurance agents, they hate elevated storms. Why? Well, it's because of the hail. Typically, hail does get a lot more chunky with elevated storms because they're elevated, they're higher up. Higher up you go, the colder it is. So, hail is going to be the predominant risk in the overnight and into tomorrow. The initial round that's moving through right now, though, does have a wind damage and at least a minimal tornado threat as it moves through. So, we've got this severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect on this storm here. That warning is going to go, let me see if I can pull that up for you. That thing goes till 34 more minutes, so about the top of the hour or so with a severe thunderstorm warning, and they issued it based on 1 inch size hail. A quick look at velocity here, looking at the wind. We do have a little pocket of rotation there. There are no tornado warnings, but there is some broad rotation in the storm. And then as far as the hail goes in the storm, let's see how this sucker's playing out here. Let's just look at this parameter here. We've got some hail too, so that's going to track northeast. And the hail is really the bigger risk with this. We could be looking at quarter size or larger as it moves in. You can see it kind of come to life here and then make its way to the north and towards the northeast. So a little bit of a bumpy night for us as that thing starts to grow and intensify. First wave moves through Benton County here in about the next hour. And then after midnight, we get another wave that moves through. And then towards daybreak, we get another one that moves through as well. There's also going to be a flooding risk with this stuff. I think flash flooding is going to be a threat, especially by Sunday. Two things to note: if you have outdoor events planned tomorrow, whether they're weddings or soccer and lacrosse games like me, or maybe you're looking at Sunday morning for Easter sunrise services. Guys, watch the weather. I think we're going to have some wet weather out there. It seems like always rains on Easter, right? But we're going to have some rain on Sunday as well. So both Saturday and Sunday both feature rain. Both have a severe weather risk. The severe weather risk, let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10's tornado outbreak, 1 is nothing. We're probably sitting somewhere close to about a 4 or 5. We're not super high, but we're in April. We're in the peak season for tornadoes and for wind damage. So I think all storms between now and mid-June have to be watched really close for rotation. This is the time of year things just start going bonkers quick. So as it stands right now, severe thunderstorm warning goes till the top of the hour here for northeast Oklahoma. We'll see if they extend it. The southwest side of the storm is the one to watch for the potential for some spinach going on here. On the southwest side, some spinning action. And the general track of that storm does take it to the east northeast. So I do think this stuff gets into Bella Vista for sure, as well as Siloam Springs, Garrett, maybe even West Bentonville. Rogers, it's going to be a close call. This is more towards the western half of Benton County. So some active weather here for about the next 48 hours. Could be kind of interesting. I don't have much plans this weekend except for the kids' sports, so you might hear my voice if you choose to get on the Facebook or the YouTube and talk weather with me. But that's what it looks like right now, and we'll see how it plays out heading into the overnight. Catch you guys back here in a little bit.